Good morning. We're reaching the portion of the course in which we are getting ready to write the final paper. I'm starting to get some emails around topics and trying to clear up any misconceptions on how to write the paper. So I thought I'd make a quick video and help you through that. This will be a paper that's in the APA 6th edition format, and I'm not sure how familiar you are with that format, so I want to give you some resources and a little background so it'll be easier to write the paper. So in the Moodle, if you scroll down to the final paper section, you can see that it's due on March 30th. I put a little description in. So I would like you to research an ethical issue. I would try to find one that you're passionate about, or maybe one that you're dealing with in your schools right now, to make it really relevant and meaningful. It can be something happening now or something that has happened. We're looking for a 6 to 9 page paper, okay, and I know that sounds sometimes like a lot, but by the time we go through this, you'll see that it's really not a huge paper to write. So in that, I'd like you to describe the issue. I'd like you to go over both the pros and cons, or the supporting evidence or the evidence that doesn't support it, and then I'd like you to make a conclusion or your standing on the issue. So we're looking for these components: title page, abstract page. We'll use level 1 headings, a conclusion page or your stance page, reference page, and then the proper formatting. So this is a Turnitin.com. So when you click on this, when you're in the Moodle, you'll be able to upload your paper into Turnitin.com, and it'll run the originality marks and all of that stuff. Then under peer marks, I will make comments and grade the papers, and you'll be able to see my comments under peer marks. I also have included an ethical issue forum where I'd like you to upload your paper into that forum, and that is for others to be able to access your research and see what you were talking about. Many times I've had people email me and ask to go back to that because they've come across something in school and they knew one of their colleagues in their class had done a little research on it, and so they want to go back. This is just a place for people to access information on the topics that we research. You do not have to do any responses in the forum. It's just a place where people can go look at other issues that were researched in the class. Also, then I have added underneath that the APA 6th edition resources. So under additional resources, when you click on that one, you're going to get this, which has 2 links. One is to the online writing lab for Purdue. It has everything you'd ever want to know about writing papers in APA and MLA and anything else. It's an amazing resource. It has great descriptors and examples. The second piece is Citation Machine. And so basically what I've done with that is linked you to Citation Machine, in which you can see that if you choose APA and then you can find your article, it'll actually make your citation for you. And that will allow you to just cut and paste it into your reference page. I don't see any reason for not using technology to help us with our work. Okay, so when we go back to the course then, the second piece you will see then is an APA 6th edition sample paper. Okay, so when you click on that, you're going to see a sample paper in APA 6th. I want to just highlight some things that are the common things we're looking for in this paper. So the first page is always the title page. An APA 6th edition has what's called running heads at the top. So when you see each page, it's going to have a running head. It is different on the title page than it is the remaining body of the paper. So on the title page, it should look just like it says here, running head. Then you're going to put your title. If it's a long title, you can shorten the title for the running head, and the page number is in the top right. Okay, and the page number on this does start on the title page, not on the first page of the paper. Title then is the title then is here, okay, with your name and your affiliation, which would be in this case Viterbo University. Okay. Papers are Times 12 or Times New Roman 12 font, double spaced. So make sure that you do that. So all I need on your title page is the running head, your title, name, affiliation, and page number. That's all. I don't need any of the other stuff for this paper, just those pieces. Okay, the second page then is the abstract. Okay, and the abstract is if we were doing a really heavy research paper, which you guys will be doing or are doing, okay, kind of describes what's going on with the paper, what you're trying to do, what you're researching, what your thoughts are around, or the research around what you're looking at. And so it's just kind of an overview that way. It does have a running head, so the remaining pages of the paper, pages 2 through whatever, okay, are going to look like this. It's just all caps with the shortened or whole title if it fits, okay, with the page number. We type abstract just like it shows here, and then we just do that brief description. Yours won't be very long, I wouldn't assume, because we're not looking at 13 or 14 sources and a big top. We're choosing a very focused topic with a few resources. Okay, so that's what your abstract would look like. When you get to the body of the paper then, okay, again, that running head here on out is going to look just like this. And I tell everybody when we work on these, don't overthink it. Look at this and make it look like that. Okay, page 3. When you do, the first thing in the body of your paper is the introduction, okay? And in some formats we type introduction, but in APA 6 we retype the title of the paper, and then we give a small introduction, okay? Now, APA has 3 different types of headings, okay? And I'm going to scroll down just a little bit so you can see all 3 on one page, okay? We have a level 1 heading, okay, which would be bold and centered. We have a level 2 heading, which would be bold, okay, and on the left. And then we have a level 3 that would be on the left but indented 5, just like you would a normal paragraph. Okay, and the structure of an APA paper is kind of like an outline. So we go from level 1 to inside of level 1 to level 2, and then this would be part of the interior of level 2. For the purposes of this paper, I'm just asking you to do the level 1, which is the centered one, just to divide up the pieces of your paper. Okay, so if you can remember what we've talked about, you would have your title page, you would have your abstract. Okay, the start of page 3 would be your introduction with the title on top. Your first heading then would be either more background information or something around the order of that, or it could be just your first part would be evidence that supports it. Okay, but probably you want to describe it a little bit. Depends on how in depth you got in your introduction. But then we're going to use level 1 headings only. So we know for sure that we would have evidence in support or pros, right? We would describe those, go through all those. Our next level heading would be evidence that doesn't support or is contrary to or con, and we would have that. And then our last heading would be our stance or your point of view on what you've researched, and that would be the third one. So you would have those pieces in your paper using this level 1 heading. So the last piece then that for most of you, okay, would be the reference page. Looks just like this. Again, running head, page numbers are going, and then you just put references, and if you use that citation tool I gave you, you should be able to just fill those out. Okay. If you do put graphs or charts in, and you're not required to do this, but you probably will in your research paper, then the last thing would be the appendix page. Okay, and you would do that. Now, as we go back up to the paper, if I'm not making you dizzy here, you will see that we do inline citations. Okay, and so you're looking at Cummings et al. 2002 here, based on this citation. Okay, when you go down to your references, there is Cummings. Okay, and that would be the reference. Okay, so again, look at this paper to show you how to do the inline citations. You have your reference page. Okay, and you should be good to go. Now, as far as the 6 to 9 goes, remember we had a title page that was 1. We had an abstract that was 2 and a reference page that was 3. Okay, so that only leaves you somewhere around 4 to 5, right? 4 to 5 pages of an actual body, and it's double spaced times New Roman 12. So this is a very doable paper. If you have any questions, look at the resources. Shoot me an email, and we'll try to get you some help. But I think if you go through this, you're going to be able to make that work pretty well. So have a great day. Thanks.